we turn to Democratic Senator Bob Casey, Senator Casey from Pennsylvania. What is your sense, Senator, of where things stand right now in your state?
Well, Craig, obviously we're still going to be counting for a while. We still have a lot of mail-in ballots to count, as you heard in the last hour, in the 4 suburban counties around Philadelphia, as well as in the city of Philadelphia and in Allegheny County, where Pittsburgh is. But there's still some mail-in ballots are coming in still to smaller counties that President Trump will win easily. But I think Joe Biden can pick up some of those votes as well. So we'll be counting for a while, but I think Joe Biden's going to win the race. And I think if some estimates are, some analysts I have confidence in said it'll be 100,000 votes or more.
Let's talk about the upper chamber for a moment there. We just saw and heard from Senator Mitch McConnell. Democrats had hoped to pick up a number of seats. At this point, it looks like they will pick up that seat in Arizona, perhaps. But South Carolina, a disappointment. Kentucky, a disappointment. A number of other very close races. Disappointments so far, it would seem, for Democrats. It does not look like your party is going to pick up the number of seats it thought it might in the upper chamber. How surprised are you by that?
Well, look, these were all tough races and close. I think there was more volatility in some of the Senate races than the presidential. I was surprised at how stable the presidential race was. It seemed like no matter what happened, it didn't move the numbers very much. But a lot of tough races, obviously some still yet to be called. But having been through 3 Senate races in Pennsylvania, I know how difficult it can be. But I'm not sure I can really draw conclusions about what happened in other states yet. I'd have to spend some time looking at the data and listening to colleagues who know more about their state.
A lot of the mail-in ballots remain uncounted. Senator Biden campaign officials telling NBC News they feel confident. We expect Philadelphia vote by mail to drop tonight or tomorrow. Do you share that assessment?
If they say that, that's a good validation of what is likely to happen. I think what's interesting, Craig, is that even now, even with 2 big suburban counties I just looked at, Montgomery and Delaware, will have big margins for Joe Biden, even with about 75% of the vote counted in one and 85 in the other, even with a lot of votes to count yet, he already has the margins that Secretary Clinton had or more. So I think it's entirely possible that in suburban Philadelphia, his margins will be higher.
Senator Casey, thank you.
Hey there, I'm Chris Hayes from MSNBC. Thanks for watching MSNBC on YouTube. If you want to keep up to date with the videos we're putting out, you can click subscribe just below me or click over on this list to see lots of other great videos.